Tarot. This message is for Capricorn in regards to their love for the month of December 2018. I shuffled the cards already twice. I did a video prior to this one. Excuse my dogs in the background if you hear them ringing. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are returning, I appreciate the love that you guys have been giving to me, because I was gone for about a year and now I'm officially back. So don't forget to subscribe, please like, let me know who you want me to do next, because I'm really gonna just base it off views. The last video that I made was for Aquarius. I got 6,300 views. So the more views the videos get, the quicker I'll put those up. Just like, subscribe, let me know the feedback, let me know if it resonates. What are the messages for Capricorn in regards to the love for the month of December 2018? Spirit guide, angels, universe. What are the messages for Capricorn in regards to their love for the month of December 2018? We have a King of Swords that popped out. Possibly you might have some type of clarity coming your way. You actually have two. So maybe some of you Capricorns might be dealing with somebody who's always in and out of your life. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. They're always back and forth, or you might encounter some clarity with them. You might be dealing with two people who are air signs, one of them younger, one of them older. Maybe this person can be immature in the way that they act, but they could be very egotistic, and they're always in and out. So maybe some of you guys might be dealing with somebody who you're always back and forth with. Like sometimes you talk to them, then you stop, and you guys talk again. What are the messages for Capricorn in regards to their love for the month of December 2018? What do Capricorns need to know in regards to their love? So like I was saying in the last video, I feel like there's going to be a period of transformation for some of you Capricorns. Could be a separation, or could just be a period of old ways ending, in other words, okay? So you got the Queen of Swords oversees the energy of the spread. 10 of Cups. Okay, so bottom of the card is Hermit. Maybe really figuring out what it is that you want. So the Queen of Swords, I'm going to start with her. She's the middle energy. She's the card in the middle, and she's basically the entire energy of the reading. There's where I'm getting from. So I feel like those of you have come a long way, okay? You might not be an air sign, because you're not. You're a Capricorn. You might portray your characteristics might be like an air sign. So let's say, for instance, this Queen of Swords has been through a lot. She's been hurt. She is no bullshit tolerance, meaning like she gets straight to the point. She doesn't want to beat around a bush. If there's something specific that you want to say to her, just directly say it. And don't beat around bushes with her, because she's not playing any type of game. And I feel like that might be the energy for some of you Capricorns for the month of December. A lot of you guys might just be, hey, you know what? I'm not beating around a bush. Either you're coming or you're going. You need to let me know. Okay? So you're going to be very quick with your communication. You're not going to bullshit. You're not going to play around. You're going to just tell it like it is. No filter, in other words. The Five of Pentacles at the top. That is the Five of Pentacles. Sorry about my dogs, guys. Five of Pentacles is somebody who feels like they're thrown out in the cold. So maybe that person that I see rushing back to you, you might have a period where you felt like you've been thrown out in the cold. They're not really stable. They're always back and forth. So maybe you might feel like you're thrown out in the cold. And because of that, you might have the energy of the Nine of Wands. Maybe you've been through a lot with that person, and now it's like you're ready to fight, you're ready for battle. Meaning, so if someone says something or does something, you're very on guard, you know what I mean? You're not going to be easily swept off your feet. In other words, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, with the Wheel of the Year, which is usually the Wheel of Fortune, that could signify, you know, you're saying to yourself as if, you know, what's meant for me is meant for me. That might be that kind of attitude you have. Like, you know, if you're not dating anybody or something like that, you might say, well, you know, I'm not with anybody, but, you know, I guess down the line I'll probably get lucky and I'll find somebody and stuff like that. The High Priest The High Priest. So I feel like what that's telling you is you have the power to manifest what it is that you want, okay? If there's something particular that you want, you have that power. The Queen of Swords, too, is something I want to say is that if you set your mind to something, you need to go for it. You know, if that's what you want, don't settle for anything less, okay? The Temperance is having balance, finding balance. You know, don't overdrink. You don't want to have a lot of one-night stands. If you're single, try not to do that. Try not to overindulge in liquor because you don't want to end up in somebody's bedroom and then the next day you're just like, oh my god, like, it's nothing, it is nothing, in other words, nothing that is permanent. It's just temporary. You don't want to come off as that type of person. The Ten of Cups, I feel like there is no happiness. Maybe you feel like you don't have any. You're too busy feeling like you're left out in the cold. Also, another thing with the Seven of Wands is I want to say is persevere. You know, keep persevering. So if you've been waiting for a long time, sevens, maybe you've been waiting for a while for this person to come back, or you think about this person once in a while, or somebody, you know, you have a lot of offers and you're kind of just like, you don't like any of them. So the people who like you don't like them, give it a, you know, don't be so quick to judge somebody. So I'm going to clarify the Five of Pentacles. Spirit guide, why are the Five of Pentacles here? The High Priestess, you're very intuitive, maybe very possibly psychic abilities. You know, there's something that you already know. So maybe you don't need me to tell you anything specific if you're watching this, if you're waiting for me to say something in particular that you're waiting to hear. I feel like you know the answers to them. The Three of Pentacles is somebody wanting to work together with you. So meaning, maybe you felt like you got thrown out in the cold, but you're willing to work something out. So maybe somebody, or you possibly, would like to work something out. Let me clarify. You have a lot of options. I feel like the Seven of Cups is saying there could be possibility of a lot of options. So you're not, some of you guys might not be focused on one thing. There's a lot of options, so you might be some type of confusion of some kind. But as I'm looking at it, it might be one of those situations where you might sit there and daydream about coming together with this person. Maybe you were thrown out in the cold and you think about how you want to restore that. You want to work with this person. You want to work together with this person. And you might daydream a lot about it, but at the same time, it's like nothing. I don't see much action, because Seven of Cups is not an action. It's more of a person just sitting there in illusions, you know, daydreaming about this person. Okay. Let me see what else I got. My cards are all mixed up. There might be some confusion of energy. So clarify, let's see what I want to clarify next. Clarify the Queen of Swords. Why is the Queen of Sword energy here, Spirit Guide? What do Capricorns need to know about the Queen of Swords? Let's see. Getting up and walking away. You guys might be walking away to find fulfillment somewhere else because you're not being fulfilled. So these cards came out as I was shuffling. Eight of Cups, you have another 8. Carrying all the burden. So it's like you really like not paying attention to manifesting, but more of the energy of getting up and walking away to find fulfillment because you're not being fulfilled. Maybe not having a choice. Maybe you want to reconcile with somebody and it's not coming through, but you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm going to have to get up and walk away because you're carrying the burden. You know, there's going to be a completion of some kind. There might be some messages coming your way from a King of Swords. So when I shuffled the cards as I was speaking to you guys, the King of Swords came out and the Knight of Swords came out. So maybe somebody's going to rush in and might bring you some type of communication. There may possibly be, once you decide to walk away from somebody who've thrown you out in the cold, you might have a potential air sign that could possibly bring you something new. Also, since there's 8s, I mean, maybe you might receive some type of messages 8 days, 8 weeks, 8 months, but there's messages coming your way from an air sign or somebody with that kind of quality. Temperance. The Seven of Wands. Let's see what we got. Clarify the Seven of Wands, Spirit Guide. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Why are you so... I want to say guarded, but why are you so... The Five of Wands in the Death card. That actually came out when I was shuffling the first video. So the Seven of Wands, persevering despite the setback. There might be a lot of arguments, a lot of disagreements, maybe tension between you and certain people. I also see the Death card, so maybe those ways, well, maybe prior in the past when you were dealing with people, you might have argued or disagreed a lot or caused a lot of tension between you and that person. But with the Death card, I feel like there will be an ending of some kind. There will be ending of old, it could be the old ways, a period of transformation. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to separate from somebody, but, you know, the way people act, that you might have a different outlook on it. Maybe it won't be as you want. I mean, as how it was in the past. Ten of Cups, I feel like it's just unfulfilled. Like it's not complete. You're not complete. You do have a Page of Swords coming in. Maybe somebody might want you. Maybe you don't feel complete because there's somebody that you wanted something with, but this person didn't want anything serious. The King of Wands is basically someone with a lot of passion, maybe a lot of sexual energy, maybe this complete thing. I mean, maybe you want communication, but you also want passion with this person, or you could possibly want passion with someone who is younger than you but acts immature. Okay. You're not complete yet. You're not complete. You're waiting, or some of you guys are waiting on messages from a King of Wands. Fire energy doesn't necessarily mean, I wouldn't give it genders. It could be a guy or a girl. Okay, clarify the King of Wands. What do we need to know about? What do we need to know about the King of Wands? Let's see. Two of Cups. See, so I feel like the Two of Cups, that a lot of people say that is a soulmate connection. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands, maybe some type of commitment. Maybe you guys are not happy yet because you're looking for someone who is going to want to commit to you. Maybe there's somebody in the past who you feel a soulmate connection with, and you feel like you guys are going to come together for the month of December and kind of like exchange words. Okay, there's a lot of passion here. Maybe somebody you're not fulfilled because there's somebody that you feel like you could be fulfilled with. There's a lot of passion with, you feel that connection with. So there is some type of reconciliation for the month of December for you Capricorns. You coming together with a soulmate, knowing that you guys have that psychic connection, that ability. You are not, maybe not, you might not be on talking terms with this person right now. Maybe they just watch you. They can watch you on social media. But there's gonna, I feel like once you stand your ground and do things different this time around, things couldn't be different. I feel like there's a lot of passion between the both of you, and you feel like you're not complete until there is until you reconnect with this person, in other words. So there's somebody, Capricorn, that you feel like you need to reconnect with, or is going to reconnect for the month of December. So hopefully this reading resonated with you guys. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing how your ex feels about you. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions. Who do you want me to do next? So I'm kind of basically just doing whoever people are requesting, just because I don't really have anybody in particular. I like to basically feel connected to the next sign that I'm going to be uploading. So let me know, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.